Cool deal, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to episode 66 of the Fat Katz Podcast, and what we're going to call the week -1 episode, Cam, because week 0 of college football is next Saturday, August 24th is our first game. So this is our last week of non-football recording for a long time. But as you can see, Ward Sewell here, joined by the big man, Cam Taylor. Cam has that beautiful West Virginia hat on. I don't know if he lost a bet or one of his uncles told him to wear it or what. But ladies and gentlemen, we're back. So good to see everybody. Cam, how we doing, brother?
Doing well, man. Yeah, Uncle Tommy gave me this hat, and
Okay.
He told me I had to wear it on the podcast. So here I am.
You look good, brother. I don't know if anybody's
hard.
told you that today, but you look like that guy. That's all I
I
gotta say.
appreciate it. Yeah, Mingo told me that when I woke up this morning. I'm alone in the house right now, so
Uh-oh.
it's the bachelor pad for the week.
Party at Cam's house. Uh-oh.
Me and Mingo are partying, but yeah, Tommy gave me this hat when I went up there, and I told him I'd wear it. I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of honor. So here I am rocking a Mountaineers hat. I know Gigi is probably the happiest person in the world right now. She's probably chanting "Eat shit, Pitt" at the TV when this comes out. So yeah, super excited to get into episode 66 though, Ward. First favorite forgotten is going to be electric because we have a few guys we know on there. Full plate, empty stomachs back. We got a question of the week. Memory lane's back. We'll see if we can avoid the Matt Forte situation.
Yeah.
A lot of college football we got to talk about, a little bit of NFL stuff, pet peeve of the week. It's going to be a pretty quick episode today. We had to kick it back.
Boys have a real life, ladies and gentlemen. Boys have
Yeah.
a real life, so we got to get back to the real life, and we got to go back and make something that is green with dead people on it to fund this podcast. So yeah. But Cam, what you were saying, man, anybody from that grew up in North Carolina will know this term. Cam has to open this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Cam has to open today. So who wants to go to a pool party, hit up the big man.
Free crib.
Free crib, yeah.
I do want to remind everybody real quick, Ward, before we get into it, find us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. If you're here, you know that. Be a friend, tell a friend, leave a comment, like, subscribe, whatever you got to do to bolster the boys up a little bit. Let us know what you think. If you don't like it, tell us you don't like it. Instagram and TikTok at Fat Katz Pod. Ward, start off every show, segment called First Favorite Forgotten. Episode goes with the jersey number. So Ward, go ahead and kick us off with your first.
Let's go ahead and start it, Cam. The episode 66, first 66 that came to mind for me, Cam, was a individual by the name of Ryan Jensen. Played under center for Mr. Tom Brady in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I believe he's still playing for the Bucs. After Tom Brady left, I stopped paying attention to the Bucs too hard. But yeah, Ryan Jensen has a big old ginger man with a big old beard and long hair. Ryan Jensen, first 66 that came to mind.
Yeah, we're gonna have a guy. I think we both have a guy that's very eerily similar to Ryan Jensen.
Yeah.
He played and looked when he played. We'll save that for later. But the first guy that came to mind for me, Ward, was Alex Novak. Huge listener, one of our top fans of this show. Ward, he wore 66 at Butler. A little Alex Novak wore. He won't tell you this, so I'll be the one to break the news to everybody. He didn't play football until halfway through our senior year. He came in and long snapped.
Okay.
Probably week 4 he started long snapping.
He knows Caleb Barker.
Yes. So he played 8 games in his entire career at Butler High School. He got a scholarship his senior year to Wingate, turned it down.
Wow.
Went to South Carolina. His first week at South Carolina, he got invited to try out to be the long snapper for the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Wow.
Didn't go because he had an English 101 class. One of the biggest fumbles of all time. Alex Novak could have been.
Alex Novak, you're my empty stomach of the week, buddy. But yeah, that's interesting. Dude, long snapping, it's like I know we talked about it a couple weeks ago. Long snapping is like a very small community. And all the long snappers know each other. It's interesting. I know, when I was in high school, we talked about it. Justin made an interesting comment about it. There was camps that all these long snappers would go to. That's how they got drafted, or that's how they got ratings and all that. And
if you remember, Ward, there was a specialist coach. He coached kickers, long snappers, punters, and he would basically tell guys what school they were going to.
Yeah.
He would assign guys to different schools.
There's one NFL team, Cam. I can't remember what team it is. I want to say it's the Panthers, maybe. It is the longest reigning player in franchise history. He's been long snapping for probably 50, I think it's like his 16th season coming up. I think it's the Panthers, I want to say. I can't remember. But yeah, man, just like people always say they were going to teach their kids how to play baseball. Teach your kids how to long snap, dude.
Yeah.
Not saying this, I'm not saying in any way it's the easiest way to get into, college, but a lot of people don't long snap. A lot of people are interested in playing other positions. And if you want to get recognized, man, long snap.
And if you're good enough, that's about $1.6 million a year under the current salary cap for about 15 years. So, yeah, that's a good way to live.
Yeah, awesome, man. Well, jumping forward, my favorite number 66 is a individual that I know personally. Played ball with this guy in middle school, high school. Yeah, middle school and high school played with this guy. He's actually kind of an interesting figure. He's about 5'7", maybe 5'8". He's pushing like right there at the 300-pound mark. Very short and stubby, real short arms. But yeah, he wore number 66. His name's James Frye. I'll give it to him. He's strong. He could bench a lot of weight. But he was just a little bit short on the shorter side. But James Frye, favorite number 66.
Yeah, Ward, you stole my thunder. James Frye is easily my favorite number 66. Two-time state champ, Wake Forest. 2-year starter at Averett. Definitely didn't hit the genetic lottery with the height, and we'll keep it there. We're not gonna dwell on the height. Great football player, strong as an Oxford. I remember my first time I met Frye. We went to the CRC to lift, and me and him had a bench off. And we both got stuck at 395. We were trying to beat each other the whole time, and we both got 395 stuck on our chest. We went outside. This is when he was smoking cigarettes still. And we went outside, and he smoked a cigarette. We were talking. He was like, "You're strong, man." I was like, "Dude, I thought you were going to kick my ass, man."
Dude, I'll be the first one to say, ladies and gentlemen, and at Western Carolina University, not many people can say this. I lived with 3 guys that all benched over 360 pounds. They were all big guys. I could say what I wanted to who I wanted to, if that made sense. Because I knew the guys around me, they might look at me and be like, yeah, we'll try him. But they see the guys beside me, and they're not going to mess with those guys. So yeah. So I'm very fortunate that I lived with some big dudes that were very strong and had my back. So yeah, Cam.
Yeah, but James Frye, both of our favorite number 66.
Cool. And then jumping forward, Cam, my forgotten number 66. Texas A&M individual by the name of Kellen Mond. Was drafted to the Vikings in 2019. It's either 2018 or 2019 in the 3rd round. And I bet the Vikings are wishing they still had that guy with everything going on right now that we'll talk about later.
Was he picked number 66?
He was. Yeah, I'm sorry, I messed that up. Yeah, I didn't say that. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. I just wanted to make sure because I was like, Kellen Mond. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, pick number 66. I'm so sorry I didn't say that.
There you go. My forgotten number 66 is David DeCastro, longtime All-Pro guard for the Steelers. Played with Pouncey and Le'Veon Bell, Navy, and Big Ben. He was a cornerstone of that offensive line along with Pouncey for a long time. So people don't remember David DeCastro for some reason. He's in a long line of great offensive linemen that play for the Pittsburgh Steelers out of Stanford, I believe. So he's got a lot of pedigree, and he was one of the best guards in the NFL for probably 10 years. So
yep.
David DeCastro going to be my forgotten number 66.
Love it, Cam.
Ward, we got full plate, empty stomach. If you're new, full plate, somebody who had a good week in sports. Empty stomach, somebody who had a bad week in sports. I've got 2 of each, Ward, because it's been quite a week. And
it has been quite a week. And Cam, I feel like I'm outdated too. I filled this out on Monday. It's Thursday, and I feel like there's too much that's happened and people I'm leaving out. But anyway, full plate this week, Cam. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. My 2 favorite teams were ranked in the AP Top 25 that was released this week. The North Carolina State Wolfpack were ranked at 24 coming into the AP poll. And then the Western Carolina Catamounts in FCS football were ranked at 19th in the AP Top 25 poll. So, Cam, it's a good year to be a Catamount fan, and it's a good year to be a Wolfpack fan. So very excited.
Yeah, I think week 0 in Raleighwood is probably game of the week. You got 2 AP top 25 teams, 1 FBS, 1 FCS. It's gonna be a fun time. It's a damn shame that trip is falling apart for all
Hey,
the way.
a lot of college football playoff implementations on that game, Cam. I don't think I said that word right, but you know what I mean.
All right. It's all right. This will be the game where we figure out if Grayson McCall is real or not.
Yeah, when you talk about a resume builder, this is a resume builder to get into that college football playoff, Cam. So,
I will say, Western historically has been really bad at these pay-for-play games where they go up. Like historically.
Well, dude, we played Georgia Tech really good 2 years ago, or maybe it was last year we played Georgia Tech good up until halftime, and then 3 years ago, Sam Howell led North Carolina Tar Heels. They were only up 21-14 on us at halftime, Cam.
Well, I was thinking
pull away in second half, but
yeah. Well, I was thinking more so along the lines of when you take your trip down to Tuscaloosa, which you were there, and Fayetteville, Arkansas. I believe they hung 70 on us.
Yeah, and don't forget Spencer Rattler / Caleb Williams led Oklahoma in 2020. Yeah. They hung some on us too, Cam.
So Western
2021, they hung some on us too.
Hey, App State went through this kind of deal until they went to Ann Arbor to beat Michigan.
Until they beat Michigan. But hey, for any recruits listening to this too, if you want to play top tier college football ranked programs, come to the Catamounts. You just heard me and Cam talk about it. In no particular order, we have played since 2019: Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia Tech, Carolina, NC State, Oklahoma. Who else am I missing?
I think that's about it.
I think I hit them all. So you want to play big time programs and get, recognition, come be a Catamount for that purple and gold.
And play in the second best conference in FCS.
That's very true.
And you don't have to go to the Dakotas and Montana to play football.
You can stay back home. Exactly.
My full plate, I've got two, like I said, Ward. First guy, Tavon Austin. He officially retired from the NFL. Just an appreciation to Tavon Austin, one of the greatest college football players of all time. You could make a case that he's a top 2 West Virginia Mountaineer of all time. And, obviously not the best NFL career, but a guy that I think shaped a generation. When you talk about guys who changed a generation, I think that he's one of those guys with that.
Yeah.
Tavon Austin mixtape was probably one of the most watched sports videos on YouTube in history.
RIP to the real ones.
Yeah. Tavon Austin's going to get my full plate. A guy ends his NFL career and another guy starts his NFL career. Ward, a good friend of ours from Western, Tyler Smith, just got signed to the Carolina Panthers.
Carolina Panthers staying back home. Warrenburg, North Carolina product. Tyler Smith is staying in the North Carolina, staying in the Tar Heel State.
If you haven't seen this guy, he's every bit of 6'8", 6'9", about 320 pounds. He looks like a Greek god if he was born in a holler in West Virginia. Like, he's the biggest country guy of all time. But shout out to Tyler Smith, man. Friend of the program, getting a shot with the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. The Fat Cats are behind Tyler. We're praying that he makes a roster and he goes in and makes an impact. Go over there and protect Alabama boy Bryce Young, Tyler. Excited for you, brother.
Let me say, Bryce Young will not be able to see over
him. Hell no, he won't.
Through Tyler Smith.
When we went down and played Alabama in football, Alabama's are some pretty big guys. There's not many guys, I will say, on the Western Carolina Catamounts that looked like that they, blended in with Alabama. You could throw Tyler Smith in that Crimson Tide, burgundy, whatever it is, and he would fit right in. He looks just like them all.
He'd look the part coming off the bus at the very least.
Yeah, exactly. But Cam, real quick, empty stomach. Not me. I'm not a big fan of change. Watching preseason football, the new NFL kickoffs are a little interesting to me. It seems like a lot of confusion. So NFL kickoffs are my empty stomach this week.
Yeah, it's definitely going to take some getting used to. I am waiting, Ward. There's going to be somebody, I've been talking about this. There's going to be somebody that trots their second team offensive line out there and just runs run schemes on one side of the field.
Yeah, absolutely they will.
I mean, somebody's going to do it, and it'll probably work because those big guys, like those guys on special teams, are not messing with those big.
I can tell you what, man, if I'm a special teams coordinator and somebody trots their big second team O-line out, squib kick those guys. Onside, let's see them hands work.
Well, and like onside kicks are ruined. You can't do it through the fourth quarter. You have to let the team know that you're about to do an onside kick. It's total,
There's been so many games won off onside kicks, Cam. Go back to 2009 when the Saints won the Super Bowl against
out of halftime. Man.
Maybe the Colts, right?
Yeah, the Colts. Yes.
Yeah, coming out of halftime, man. That was you talk about a momentum swing.
Yeah. I mean,
I
the
don't know.
Packers and the Seahawks that one year,
Yep.
the year that Des dropped it. But anyways, empty stomach real quick, NASCAR. If you didn't see, Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin got wrecked by Austin Dillon with like a corner to go to win the race. Austin Dillon does keep the win, but they've made him not eligible for the playoffs award, which is one of the weirdest punishments I've ever seen in my life. All the old school NASCAR fans and like, Dale Earnhardt, God rest his soul, all the old school drivers are so pissed off right now that this is what NASCAR has become.
Yeah.
Wrecking is part of the sport, man. Joey Logano has wrecked people his entire career, and now he gets a win taken away, and he's all butthurt about it. But that's my first empty stomach. Second empty stomach is the Minnesota Vikings board.
Yep.
I'm not going to read names because I don't have them on deck right now, but their third-round draft pick, a rookie cornerback, passed away this offseason. Their starting wideout got a DUI. The same starting wideout was carted off the practice field yesterday, and Jordan Addison.
Was he carted off yesterday? How bad?
They said it could be season-ending.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
Their other starting cornerback towards ACL the first day of camp. Their other starting cornerback gets hurt the second day of camp and is out for multiple weeks. And their first-round quarterback, JJ McCarthy, tore his meniscus and is out for the season.
Dude, what is going on in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Cam?
Dude, it's the off-season of hell for those people, man. I saw
lying.
a lot of people say we just got to simulate the season.
Yeah.
But
that is bad. Cam, to add on to that, completely separate subject. I know we're going to get into the JJ McCarthy stuff in a little bit. But Western had a guy that got called up to the league or called up to the show for the Minnesota Twins. Speaking of Minnesota, he pitcher, can't remember his name. He graduated a year before us. But yeah, man, Cat's on the map. But yeah, JJ McCarthy situation, extremely sad. You don't wish that on anybody. It's crazy. I didn't realize. I don't know when he got hurt. I mean, I don't know if he played. And also, too, really surprised me, torn meniscus. He must have a very bad torn meniscus because usually ACL out for the year, and meniscus is usually 8 weeks, 8 to 12 weeks. Cam, you'll know better than me.
I can speak on this. So going into my junior year, I tore my meniscus about 2 weeks before the season. If they repair it, Ward, it's a full season injury. It's like
okay. So if you play on it torn, then
if they just cut out what's torn, it's like I think I came back in 4 weeks. But smart thing for JJ McCarthy, you're just starting your NFL career, get it done right. I didn't, and I pay for it every day. But yeah, meniscus is no fun, Ward. If you don't know, meniscus keeps your bones at your kneecap from grinding together.
Oh,
it's like your impact.
I wonder if he heard it in practice and then just like the cherry on top was the game.
Yeah, so easily, like it's one of the easiest things to tear because, like I said, it's taking all the impact from every time you take a step. It's really bad, and I can speak to this as well. If it tears and then flips up in your joint, and every time you walk, it pinches those nerve endings, not fun. And I'm sure that's what happened to him because that happens a lot. But torn meniscus, it's like people say, minor. There's no such thing as a minor knee injury. So prayers up to JJ McCarthy. That is not a fun surgery to come back from.
No, not at all. And, obviously Fat Katz, prayers to JJ. I know, you don't wish this on anybody. You want to see him play out his rookie year. But,
sure.
Hopefully he can rehab really hard and, this will give him an opportunity, kind of like Sam Howell did his rookie year, to stand from the sidelines, really learn the playbook, learn the schemes. I mean, so it's, you can see some positive light out of it. It's hard to, but you just got to, see through that vision.
Hey, you don't get thrown into the Shark Tank right off the bat. You get to learn, like you said.
Valid point.
You never want to miss a season with a knee injury. For sure. But,
valid point.
Moving on, question of the week. You came up with this one. I love this question. Kind of playing off of last week. Last week was who's your best coach you've ever had? This week, if you could play for any coach in the history of football, who would it be and why? These are real coaches, not movie coaches. So, Ward, since it's your question, go ahead and kick it off.
Man, I saw this somewhere, and I was like, this would be really interesting to talk about on the podcast. But, Cam, I did have a couple guys written down. For time's sake, I'm going to go over really quickly, pass the ball to you. First guy that I want to play for, first and foremost, individual by the name of Woody Hayes, Ohio State legend. The reason why I want to play for this guy, Cam, is you know me, I don't like Clemson very well. This guy got pissed off. Crazy coach got pissed off, grabs a Clemson player and hits him. If my coach is willing to go out at 70 years old and punch a college athlete, oh yeah, I want to play for that guy. That's one. Cam. Two, Mike Gundy. He obviously has his players back. One of his players just got a DUI for blowing a .08. Mike Gundy said, that correlates to like 3 beers at dinner. Mike Gundy said that he has done that a million times. So that, if a coach is going to have your back in a legal situation as well as on the field, you want to play for that guy. And then I think everybody at one point has wanted to play for Coach Jason Brown on Last Chance U.
Yes.
Me, I get people get in my head very easily. Me and Coach Brown would probably I'd probably enter the portal if I played for him at one point after having a bad game / practice. But anyway, it'd be cool to see live action what he's about. But yeah, Cam, that's my 3. Let's hear yours.
Yeah, Coach JB is a good one. First one I thought of was Coach O.
Yeah.
I think Coach O at LSU would have been super fun to play with. In pro, I mean, Mike Tomlin is the cream of the crop. I would have loved to play for Mike Tomlin one day. Just trying to think. Bobby Bowden would have been a good one.
Oh yeah.
Free shoe you, like if
you're legend, baby.
All the West Virginia guys. So Saban, I would have loved to play for.
Yeah.
Bowden, Jimbo, I would have loved to play for, just because we're all from that same area.
Yeah.
Any of the Youngstown guys, so any of the Stoops brothers, any of those guys, I would have loved to play for. There's something about that area that northern West Virginia and Ohio and Pennsylvania, that area. It's just blue collar men.
Yeah.
That fits my personality a lot, especially when I play football. So those guys are definitely on the short list for sure.
Yeah. No doubt.
But yeah, let us know what coach and all the fans.
Yeah, and we're rushing through this too. We can sit here and talk about this all day. We could name 30 coaches we want to play for and why, but just for time's sake, we named a couple guys out. And thought it was something pretty interesting. If anybody has a question of the week you want us to go over, let us know. And next week, question of the week, I'll go ahead and give a hinter. We're going to give our best recruiting story.
Yep.
So I was thinking about it at the gym today. I have 2 of them that I'm excited to go over. I know Cam has a few. So yeah, we're going to give our best high school recruiting story next.
Yeah, excited about that one. Let us know what coaches you guys want to play for. And for you guys can do movie characters. Like, I'd love to hear what coaches you got, or TV shows. Memory Lane Ward. This is our guessing game. We've gotten a lot of compliments over this game for a while. Novak called us geniuses for coming up with this game.
Hey, Justin called you out for this too, that it took you whatever many guesses to figure out.
Justin won, I forget what we call it, Fans Fat Takes, man. He said, I don't know what's more impressive, the fact that you guys both picked the same guy randomly, or that it took Cam 5 guesses to get his own guy. Which, in my defense, I didn't want to give you the answer because I said probably 4 times, I think we have the same guy.
I remember you said, I remember one time you're like, that's interesting. My guy went to Tulane. I was like, well, how many people went to Tulane? I don't know. But that was a good one, Cam. Let's hope we avoid it. So, Cam, I'll go ahead and kick it off. I have my guy ready if you want to go first this week.
Yeah, that's fine. So,
so I hope we don't have the same guy again.
1 second. Real quick, standings. I've been told that I need to say this before now.
Oh, yeah.
Ward's at 31.5 points. I'm at 29 points. It was a no contest last week since we had the same.
No contest. We should have both got 10 points for last week. But anyway, Cam, jumping forward, my guy. I hope we don't have the same guy. So, Cam, for 10 points, this individual was born in the great state of North Carolina. Do you have a guy that was born in North Carolina?
I do not. No.
Okay, we avoided it. So
you've been getting a lot of flack for your hints recently, by the way. So I changed my list to match yours.
Okay. I've been getting a lot of what? What does that mean?
Flack, a lot of blowback. People have been saying that your hints for people born in a state is a crazy hit.
Oh.
To start it off.
Well, yeah, I will say the Louisiana one was out there, but this one, Cam, there's not many guys that were born in North Carolina.
Okay, let's go born in North Carolina. Let's go Michael Jordan.
Nope, not him, but good guess. So, Cam, for 9 points, this guy's currently a free agent.
Okay, currently a free agent. Don't know what sport, but let's go with I don't know. This is not narrowed it down nearly enough for me. I think this guy's from Pittsburgh, but let's go Puff Johnson. He played at UNC.
Didn't know that. Interesting. But no, not him. All right, Cam, for 8 points, this is going to narrow it down. This guy was drafted in the 3rd round of the 2010 NFL draft.
Okay.
And he was born in North Carolina. That's a big hint.
Cool. So 2010 NFL draft, currently a free agent. Let's go with, oh man. Man, I'm hoping he went to an in-school state because that's what I'm thinking about. Keenan Allen is with a team, so it's not him. There's a running back I'm forgetting about that I know should be on there. I'm gonna pass, man. I can't.
All right. This guy, you would not. I had no idea he was born in North Carolina, so I'll go ahead and throw that hint out there. But anyway, Cam, this guy has played for 4 teams in his NFL career. He is currently a free agent, and yeah.
Okay, cool. 4 teams. I think I'm on the right path with running back. I just can't remember who I'm thinking of. 2010 is a long time ago.
Yeah.
Let's go with, man, I can't even, like, this is bad. Let's go Mike Tolbert.
Mike Tolbert, that's a good guess, but no, not him. All right, so Cam, this is going to narrow it down. So for 6 points, this individual has had 89 career touchdowns and 8,500 receiving yards. Well, I just gave up the points, or gave up. I didn't mean to say receiving yards, but yeah, I screwed that one up.
Touchdowns, 85. Okay, I will say, like, Jimmy Graham fits this, I think. Trying to think of some other guys maybe, but receiver, tight end. Let's go Jimmy Graham.
Boom, you got him.
Here we go. I did not know that he was from North Carolina.
Jimmy, I didn't either. I'll show you so everybody knows I'm not lying. Let me turn off my background right here. Jimmy Graham. I don't know if you can see, Cam.
Jimmy Graham. Did he go to Miami?
He did go to Miami.
Okay.
He was also a 2-sport All-American at Miami.
I remember he played basketball.
He averaged 25 points a game in the ACC in basketball in 2010, and then 2010 the ACC, or 2009, 2010, and that was when the ACC was like the basketball. So Cam, that was really good. You got for 6 points. Yeah, you got 6 points there. Great pool.
Let's go ahead and update this so I don't forget. So I'm currently at 35 points. How did Carolina let him get out of state? Did they not?
That's $1 million question. I don't know if he went to high school here or not, Cam, to be 100% honest with you. I just know he was born in North Carolina. I saw that because I was like, I'm going to do Jimmy Graham this week. And I did. I was like, let's hear some research about Jimmy Graham. It said born in Goldsboro, North Carolina. I was like, holy crap.
Hey,
definitely doing this.
Real connection. Our boy James Frye lives in Goldsboro. Real quick, Ward, I know we're running short on time. I'll go. For 10 points, Ward, this guy was born in Florence, Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky guy. Josh Allen, the defensive end.
No, Josh Hines Allen now, by the way. This guy was a first-round pick in the 2000 NFL draft.
Sean Taylor,
no. 3-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro for 8 points.
2000, 3-time Pro Bowler. Maurice Jones-Drew.
No. I think that's a little bit too early, but I like that guess. I like where your head's at. For 7 points, Ward, this guy went to the University of Alabama.
University of Alabama, drafted in 2000.
Yes.
Oh, dude, I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, don't tell me yet. Dabo Swinney.
No, Dabo Swinney, I can assure you, was not a first-round pick. That's probably the best guess of all time.
Yeah, I have no idea, dude.
Ward, this guy played halfback in the NFL for 2 NFL franchises.
Early days Alabama running back. Man, I
don't know if you'll remember this guy's Alabama. But this guy was legit a dominant running back for the entire 2000s. For 5 points, Ward, this guy does have a Madden cover.
LT.
No.
With Andy and Thomason.
It's not. He went to TCU, Texas Christian. Ward, I think you'll get it on this one. 4 points.
Before that, is it the guy that played for Seattle that was on the Madden 08 cover? It was the only cover that's ever been a cartoon.
I don't know if it was a cartoon, but he did. Yeah.
I know exactly who you're talking about. I can go ahead and tell you, I do not remember this guy's name. I knew at one point this was going to be pulled. The guy, he's the Madden cover guy. He was on the Seattle Seahawks. I believe he wore 33 or 31. This guy, and then the guy that I don't know what number he wore. This guy and the guy that played for the Cleveland Browns, the two Madden guys. I can't tell you their names, but I know exactly who it is. So I can go ahead and spare you the time now. It's the guy, he played for Seattle. I'm not going to remember his name.
So
he was there's only been a one cartoon Madden guy since like the year 2000s, or animated Madden cover guy, and it was that guy.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'll go through, and if the name comes through,
yeah.
2005 NFL MVP for 4 points. His last season, Ward, in 2008 for 3 points. He was a Washington Redskin.
Yeah, I know. I know exactly who you're talking about. I can't remember his name though. So
War 37, well known first time with the Seahawks. It's Sean Alexander.
Sean Alexander, there it is.
When you said Sean Taylor, my heart skipped a beat there for a second.
Yeah.
I thought you pulled it, but
that was a good one, Cam. I knew that was eventually going to come up. I know exactly who you're talking about. I remember the Madden cover and everything. I just can't remember his name.
37, man. What a cold number for a running back.
Yeah.
But, standings.
I'll show you the Madden cover really quick too.
Okay.
Actually, no, time's sake we can't, but
yeah. Standings, I'm at 35. Ward's still at 31.5. Do you want a half point for that?
No, you're good, man.
So I'm finally back in the lead. It only took freaking 10 weeks, Ward.
Hey, Cam, hats off to you, man.
Yeah, thank you. That wasn't too hard, was it? Like, that wasn't a crazy.
Oh, no, I just can't remember. This guy, look, it's the only cartoon Madden cover
since the year 06 or 07?
07.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. So real quick, we got to kind of fly through this stuff, Ward. We might have to cut some stuff, but initial reaction to the AP college football poll.
Yeah, I'll go first. I thought it was crazy. The ACC only got 4 teams. Those 4 teams were NC State, Louisville, Clemson, and Miami. A couple guys that were left out. Carolina was left out. Louisville was left out after going to the ACC championship last year. And, yeah, that's it. That was my one thing. Very excited State got ranked. State got ranked for the first time in Dave Dorn's, or the second time in Dave Dorn's tenure as a football coach with NC State. Let's see what else. Yeah, that's really it for me. I'm not sure how Miami's so high. Again, I feel like Miami's high every year, and yeah. But yeah, SEC, Big Ten obviously are the big ones. I think SEC's at 9 and Big Ten's at 8. But Cam, yeah, that is the two. That's my immediate reaction.
So Louisville, just so you know, was 26th. I can't believe that they keep getting ranked this high.
Yeah.
Forget, like, they don't play anybody in the ACC. Like, I've never seen an easier ACC schedule. They don't play Clemson. They don't play Carolina. They don't play Florida State most years.
Yep.
They're 26. I can't believe Missouri's at 11. Like, I like Missouri. I love Luther Burden.
Yeah, Missouri, dude, they did win a New Year's Six Bowl last year.
They did. They also lost a lot on defense. And I don't know if Brady Cook they lost their best running back. They're all SEC running back. Like, Brady Cook and Luther Burden are like the only 2 impact players that came back, I feel like. So
yeah.
I couldn't believe that. I think that's really my main takeaway. I couldn't believe Utah was 12. Like, I love Utah. I was thinking about having them as a sleeper when we talk about our next segment, but can't have a sleeper if they're already in the preseason playoffs. So
yeah, valid point.
Sleeper playoff team, or who's your sleepers and why?
Sleeper playoff team, I'll go ahead and tell you right now, is the Kansas Jayhawks out of the Big 12. The reason why I think the Kansas Jayhawks have a chance of making a run, one, every single good team in the Big 12 is now gone. Texas, gone. Oklahoma, gone. Those are 2 big reasons. Number 2, Cam, is they have a quarterback coming back by the name of Jalen Daniels. Jalen Daniels is the 2024 Big 12 preseason player of the year, which is very interesting to me. they also have 18 out of 22 starters coming back. So two things you need when you want to make a college football playoff and be successful. You need a good quarterback and you need a good defense. And they have both of those. So I think Kansas has a chance. I'll go ahead and skip over NC State. Obviously everybody knows why I'm going to say NC State. And I'll jump into it with Iowa. I think Iowa is a Big Ten sleeper to make the playoff. The reason why, they have the number 1 rated linebacker in college football. They have the number 2 rated running back in college football. And statistically, they were one of the best defenses in college football last year. They got a new OC, or it's either a new head coach or a new OC. They had come in. They also won 9 games last year. So Iowa Hawkeyes, I think, have a chance to make a run as well, Cam.
It's all in Cade McNamara's hands.
Yep.
The transfer from Michigan only played, I think, 3 games last year. So if he can come in and new OC, you got a shot. I like it.
Yep.
Mine, Tulane, Ward. John Summerall just took over this program. I've said a million times, Tulane, before John Summerall leaves, will make a college football playoff.
Yep.
He's got a top 25 recruiting class coming in. He had like 4 or 5 defensive 4-stars out of the transfer portal come in. They lost their quarterback last year, lost 2 receivers, but John Summerall's never been like a lean on the offense guy. That defense is going to terrorize everybody else in that conference. I like Tulane a lot. That's
no Kentucky? No Kentucky?
No chance. I don't know if Kentucky will win 8 games this year.
Wow.
Legit. I also, real quick on record, if they don't win 8 games this year, I think John Summerall is the head coach at Kentucky next year.
Where does John Summerall coach at?
Tulane.
Yeah. You think y'all are already out on Stoops?
Well, Stoops, the thing with Stoops, he took the A&M job. Like, you can't cut it anyway. Like, he took the A&M job and they revoked the offer. John Summerall is going to be the next head coach at Kentucky.
Interesting.
So, I mean, and a lot of the fan base is soured on Stoops because of the A&M situation and a full offseason of just –
I forgot about the A&M stuff, yeah.
Real quick, Ward, let's do Heisman Dark Horse, and then we'll go to Pet Peeve. We'll kick all the NFL stuff because it's preseason.
Cool.
Any Heisman Dark Horses that you like this season?
You want to go first and then I can go, or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll go. I've got 3 that I like a lot, and then 1 super, super dark horse. You can get Jackson Dart out of Ole Miss at 14-1 right now to win the Heisman. You can get Jalen Milroe at 14-1 to win the Heisman. We saw what oh goodness, what was the dude from Washington last year? Penix. Penix did.
Penix, Michael Penix.
Yeah, we saw what Penix did at Washington last year. Their head coach just moved over, took his OC to Alabama. I think Milroe is going to look really good this year. He's got the best deep ball in the class. And a guy you already talked about, Jalen Daniels out of Kansas, is 30-1 to win the Heisman Award. He's been incredible when he plays. It's all about staying healthy for him. And then Cam Ward, I think, is another guy at Miami. I don't have his odds. And then if you want to go super far, I think this guy's like 120-1. Luther Burden, like I said, out of Missouri, best receiver in college football for about 2 years.
That's been Luther Burden's been your guy for 2 years now, Cam.
Hey, since he got recruited, he went on a recruiting visit to Kentucky. He's out of St. Louis. He ended up staying in state, going to Missouri. But ever since he took that visit, I'm like, I love that guy.
I like it, Cam. I like it. Well, Cam, you can go ahead and quote me on this. I'm going to name you 3 guys, and it's guaranteed one of these 3 guys are going to win the Heisman. Number 1, and this is in no particular order either. Number 1, Quinn Ewers. Number 2, Jalen Milroe, 23, or number 3, Jackson Dart. Let me tell you why one of these 3 guys are going to win the Heisman. 1, 4 out of the last 5 Heisman winners, Cam, have been SEC football players.
Yep.
2, 3 out of the last 5 Heisman winners have been SEC quarterbacks. These 3 guys are SEC quarterbacks. Right now, Dylan Gabriel, or I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. Out of former Oklahoma guy, now plays for Oregon. He will not win the Heisman. He is the highest betting favorite to win the Heisman. Let me tell you why, Cam. What's one thing the Big Ten is known for that Oregon is now in? Defense.
Cold weather.
The Pac-12 is not known for defense. The Big 12 is not known for defense. This guy has not played these Ohio State defenses, these Michigan defenses, these Penn State, Iowa defenses. It's a different breed, man. It's It's a different breed. So that Big Ten it's in your mouth. I mean, run, smash mouth football. It's a different kind of football than than he's used to in the Big 12. So that's why I don't think he's going to win. Interesting to me is I think this guy, just because of how hyped up he is, Travis Hunter. I think if Travis Hunter comes out and has a couple touchdowns, he's in the Big 12. They throw the ball around a lot. I think if he comes out and racks up some yards and scores some touchdowns, they're playing being a multi-position player. Somebody could make an argument for him, but I'm going with the quarterbacks out of the SEC.
Yeah, I just don't think Colorado is going to win enough football games for him.
I don't either at all. I don't think Colorado's very good, but we'll see.
But yeah, those are your Heisman dark horses. We had some Steelers and Commanders preseason stuff, some rookie stuff. Real quick, Hassan Reddick requested a trade from the Jets. He's only been to the facility once, and he's already requesting a trade. Matthew Judon did get dealt to the Falcons yesterday for a third rounder. And real quick, we're pet peeve of the week, and we'll get out of here. I know we're a little bit over time.
Cool. Yeah, pet peeve of the week, Cam. I got to run through this real quick. Half paved roads. There's a road right beside my house. I live right off I-40. They have only paved half of it. The left lane is paved. The right lane is not. So when you switch lanes, it's like jumping over that gap. Not a big fan of it. Every time I switch lanes, I feel like I'm going to wreck. So yeah, half paved roads are my pet peeve of the week this week.
Yeah, man. When I did chores and stuff growing up, if I did a halfway job, my dad used to call me halfway tay-tay. So I feel you on that.
I like it, Cam.
Do the job right if you're going to do it. My pet peeve of the week, Ward, is Guardian caps, the new, protective caps that they put over helmets.
Yeah.
Not in practice, but in games. James Daniels for the Steelers wore it, and it's
Jonathan Taylor wore it.
You can't tell me that a 2-inch mattress pad is saving you any kind of head trauma. So Guardian caps, I'm out on in the games, not practice. You can use them in practice. I don't care.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 66.
Episode 66. Cam, love you, brother. Got to run. You have a great weekend. I'll text you when I get this live.
Yes, sir. Peace.